Title: Love Beyond Bars. Sophie was a kind-hearted nurse who worked at the state prison's infirmary. She had always been passionate about helping people, even in the most unlikely places. With gentle hands and a calm voice, she treated inmates and officers alike, never judging, always listening. Outside the prison walls, she had a stable life and a long-time boyfriend, Dan, a lawyer who loved her but was often too busy, too distant. One rainy morning, Sophie met Officer Marcus Reed. He was newly transferred, quiet but firm, with eyes that carried stories he rarely shared. Their first meeting was briefer, passing nod during a shift change. But over time, they found themselves assigned together more often. She noticed how he spoke kindly to inmates, how he offered her coffee without asking, how he listened when she talked about her patients. Their conversations grew longer, their glances warmer. Sophie began to feel a pull she hadn't felt in years. Marcus, too, found comfort in her presence, a calmness he hadn't known since joining the force. Still, she felt torn. Dan was safe, familiar, but Marcus stirred something real, something alive. One day, after treating an injured inmate, Sophie stayed behind late. Marcus walked her to the gate, rain drizzling again, like the first day they met. "Can I ask you something?" he said. "Sure." "Do you ever think about us?" She hesitated, then nodded. "I do, but I'm with someone." He looked away. "I know, and I'd never ask you to be unfaithful. But I had to be honest." That night, Sophie lay awake. Dan had become more of a habit than a partner. They rarely spoke deeply anymore. He supported her career, but never truly understood it. And in Marcus, she saw understanding, patience, and a shared passion for helping other 7 in darkness. A week later, she met Dan for dinner. She spoke from the heart. "You've been a big part of my life, and I'll always be grateful, but I think we've grown apart." Dan, though surprised, agreed. "We both deserve more," he said gently. Months passed. Sophie and Marcus took things slowly, cautiously. They spent time outside work hiking, volunteering, talking about dreams. There was no grand romance, no whirlwind, just something steady and deep. A year later, they stood outside the prison gate again, the sun setting behind them. "I never thought I'd meet the love of my life in a place like this," Sophie said, smiling. Marcus took her hand. "Sometimes love finds us where we least expect it." They kissed, not just out of passion, but of peace. Love had grown not from fantasy, but from friendship, respect, and quiet moments shared between duty and heart. And so, behind the walls meant to separate lives, Sophie and Marcus found a connection that brought them together, free and whole.